Hi, I would like to welcome you to Ziveli Winery in Fresno, California, right here in the San Joaquin Valley. I'd like to introduce you to John. He's the owner and the winemaker here at Ziveli.
Yeah.
John, thanks for having me.
Oh, John, it's our honor to have you. It's been good.
It's always been fun to visit here from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, John has a really interesting white wine for us. He wants to share with you today, and I think you're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
So what do you got, John?
Well, this is our Pinot Gris. I want to tell you a little bit how we did this in production. We had about half of that batch was actually, we crushed the grapes and we actually fermented it on skins, and that kind of gave us a darker orange color.
Okay.
The other half we pressed and fermented just the juice, no skins. We actually cleaned up the color. We add this, it's a charcoal, it's an activated charcoal, and we put it in, and it just kind of floats through the wine, and we strip the color out of the grapes of the batch that was fermented on skins, and then we blended the two. So you're going to have, this Pinot Gris has a lot more depth. There's a lot more flavors. It's a deeper, heavier. It's a nice white wine that.
So for everybody's listening, the charcoal is basically just changing the appearance of it.
Yes.
But you don't lose the flavor.
Well, we didn't. Now, you can dump a ton of charcoal. You can strip that down to nothing. And,
Sure.
and there are winemakers that do that. There are winemakers that will strip their wines, and they will add back color, and they'll add back tannins, and they'll add back, you don't
do that?
No, we
Okay.
don't do that. No. So we strip the color, and so we have this nice, pretty, well, let me pour you some real quick.
Sure.
As you can see, it's still a little
tint.
Yeah,
Not much, but just faint.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of hint of almost a golden look.
Yeah, kind of a really.
It's got a nice nose.
It does. It's a nice nose. It kind of woos you in. That's what I like to say. If I want it to draw you in, I like a nose that draws you in or woos you in, like a.
Well, it
like
does that because
like
it's
your lover,
tender touches. Yes.
Tender touch, exactly.
There you go. Well, what I like about this one is I do a lot of consumer direct marketing for. I pour juice for people, for distributors, and things like that, for different wineries, different times. And I like this Pinot G, and I'm not necessarily a Pinot G fan.
Right. Well, I get it.
Yeah. But what I like about this was a lot of them come from the northern part of the state.
Mm-hmm.
The acidity is a lot higher.
Yes.
Now you've got enough acid here to complement food and what have you going on.
Right.
But this makes it pleasant. You start to get the nose, you start to get the fruit, you start, and it's slightly fruit forward.
Yeah.
But subtle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great wine. When we pour for tastings, I would say we get a very, very positive review 9 out of 10 times with this wine.
Okay. Great.
So, it's good. And the people who, it's really interesting. The people who are like, it's not it's not for me. They are very, very much into the grocery store Pinot Gris, Pinot G, the grocery store Chardonnay. I mean, they have bought into the Napa marketing arm that's been around for 60 years.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because we can make those wines too if we need to.
But you know what I like about it? We talking a little bit before we poured for me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I appreciate you mentioning Napa, because a lot of people that come into California and drinking wines, and they hear about how much grapes are grown and raised here, but they figure it's an oven.
Yes.
And everything's baked. Everything's raisiny or pruny or whatever.
Yes.
But this isn't the only wine that you produce, John, that I've had, and you don't have that.
No. Well, thank you.
Why?
We worked really, really hard at that, and we've experienced that, and so we learned that you have to pick your grapes in a timely manner. And then we pick all our grapes by hand. And the beautiful thing is, if we have a big enough crop, and we actually tell our pickers if there's any rot on those grapes, or if there's any raisoning, just drop them, because it's just too hard to clean up a wine it's really, really hard to clean up wine. If you start off with really nice grapes, and we do, we start picking about 5:30 in the morning, and about 7:30 in the morning, we have the group come out, and we pick in like grape pick boxes, and then the kids will go out there, we'll pick them up, and we'll get, I don't know, 70 to 100 pick boxes by 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. We start crushing them. They're still cool, and then we shut down at 11 or 12 at picking, and that's it. That's all the picking we do for the day. And we have everything crushed by, I want to say, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, wow.
And it works out great. We have nice grapes. We have nice, clean grapes. Everything's crushed by 3 in the afternoon. Nothing's, it's just a beautiful way to start. Now, there are ways to clean it up through technology, but they're all expensive.
Yeah.
All expensive.
Yeah. And roughly how many cases do you do this?
We do, I want to say we do 100. We might do a little more than 100.
Around 100 cases?
Around 100 cases, yeah.
Well, I asked because this is a nice wine, John, and I can just see it's a very food-friendly wine.
Yes.
And so it's going to go great with things like, pesto type dishes, or lemon butter sauce. Or I keep threatening I'm going to make an apple gorgonzola salad with a citrus dressing.
When you do that, bring it here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll try it. All right. But it goes great. And what's interesting too is that, I've had a couple pieces of pizza. You got your little pizza oven out there. I don't normally drink white wine with pizza. Yeah. But it would go real nice with it.
No. And this is a big white wine. Yeah. So it's very nice. I'm very pleased with it. And we've had our community of people who have visited Ziveli, they've enjoyed it. So it's good.
Well, I would say you've got a great wine for everybody that's going to be watching this because it does get hot here.
It does.
And, you want to try something. There's nothing wrong with Chardonnay. Chardonnays are great. There's a lot of great ones out there.
Oh, yeah.
This is a little bit different and a little bit interesting. And it might just open up somebody's palate to something a little new and different.
Exactly. Well, it will. Yeah.
Well, thank you, John, for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a great one.
Yeah, likewise.
We're glad you were able to join us. Please feel free to follow us at www.cacorks.com. And I encourage you to join our email list. We'll keep you informed what's happening out there on the California Wine Trail. We'll see you next time.